Cutting your box bottom to size. Our goal is to cut the bottom in length and width so that it does not push out the rabbet joints on our 4 pieces of our box project. You chose a pre-cut 1/4 inch piece of plywood that was 6 inches wide and 9 inches long. And it is way too big. It is going to push out the rabbet joints on all 4 sides of your box project. You are going to custom cut your bottom to fit your box. Begin by going to the table saw, which is where we are going to rib cut or cut the width of our bottom. As always, make sure the guard is in place. And then set the height of the blade. The blade just needs to be high enough to cut one piece into 2. You will be ripping a piece that is narrower than 6 inches, so make sure you get a push stick. We're also going to want to pay attention to the size of the heel on the push stick. If the heel is too tall, I'm not going to be able to safely control the board as I cut it on the table saw. So if you do not see, or you're not sure that you have the correct push stick, just go ask the instructor. You will be making multiple cuts to sneak up on a correct fit of your width. Make sure that your working piece is always the piece that is between the fence and the blade. If you're trying to trim a small amount off the edge, make sure you don't have the fence close to the blade. There is no way that you can support the material between the blade and the fence, which is what you have to do to make a safe rib cut on our table saws. You are rib cutting the bottom to width so that when you put it together with your 4 bottom pieces, that the rabbet joints are not pushed out in any way. It is common to have to make adjustments. As you can see, the bottom here is still too wide because it's pushing out the rabbet joint. With the tool off, tap the fence towards the blade a little bit. You're going to continue to make adjustments until the width is cut perfectly. Now that you have the width cut, it's time to cut the bottom to length. Just as a reminder, we never cross-cut material on the table saw with the rip fence. You're going to use the cross-cut sled to cross-cut your bottom to size. At this point, you should have used this tool multiple times and feel comfortable in safely operating it. Continue to make small cuts so that when you put your box together with your hands, that the rabbet joints are seated correctly on all 4 corners. This concludes video of how to cut your box bottom to size. Let's get in the shop so that we can get back to building.